Okay, I'm going to answer the question for you, which you don't have, but I'm going to place the question in your head here, which is how do you make what I call seared black and blue tuna Japanoise style? Japanoise being the French way of saying Japanese. This is how I sell it to people normally when I make this dish, and most people really like this. I'm going to start by showing you how to make a little bit of blackening powder, and we're going to sear the tuna first. Now this is a real-time video in terms of how long it takes to make this. So this is a 6, 7, 8 minute set here, okay? So first I'm going to take a little bit of paprika and put it on the plate to make the blackening powder. I'm going to use paprika as the main base for this. And we're going to put a little bit of cayenne pepper in here. You want to make sure you don't make this thing too hot. And a little bit of white pepper in here. And a little bit of black pepper in here. And a little bit of salt. Now typically blackening powders are made with this variation and often with garlic powder. So I'm going to mix this together. And we're going to use this as our blackening powder for the tuna, which I have right here, which is a nice sushi quality tuna. All right. Now, what does black and blue mean? Well, in this case, it means two things. Bleu, of course, or au bleu in French means extra, extra rare. So we're going to cook the tuna extra rare. And black means charred quickly on the outside, or in this case, blackened and charred. So that's why I meant it means kind of two things. So we're black and blue tuna, okay? So let's start by putting some of the powder on the tuna. I'm going to do 2 pieces here. We don't need both of these pieces, but one of them is not enough. So, all right, now I'm going to take and put olive oil on the tuna, like so. And I'm going to put some sesame on the tuna. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to put this on the grill quickly and we're going to sear it. It's not going to take very long now. Let me rinse my hands. I'll be right back. Now I want to get this over and done with quickly. One way to do it is just add a little more olive oil on your grill. It might give it a little bit more intense heat to get it charred on the one side. And I would say that it's done right now on that side. And now I'm turning it over on this side. I'm going to give it a little bit more oil again. You get a little intensity on the flame. Then we're going to get it off of the grill so that it stays extra, extra rare. This is very important. This is so easy to overcook. And I'm taking it off right now. Okay? That is a done deal there. Okay? Now we're going to put this aside and I'm going to show you how to assemble this dish. And I have, shut that grill off now, I have a series of little things to tell you as we're going through this next process. I have some blanched fettuccine here, and this is, I really love this particular fettuccine, or you can use pappardelle for this if you want. I prefer the fettuccine, but I like the pappardelle, unfortunately. So I have some blanched fettuccine here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it in hot water. And I need a little pan of cold water over here, Nikki. A little bowl of cold water, please. And I'm blanching it in the hot water because I want this noodle in the final analysis to feel slippery, wet, and brand new. So if you use the regular dried, blanched pasta and put it directly into the bowl to make the mixture that we're about to make, it doesn't have that fresh, slippery feel that I want, okay? Thank you, sir. So now I'm going to take the pasta and put it in cold water So now I've refreshened the noodle is what I've done, okay? And that's fine right there. Now I'm going to get the excess water off it. Back in the bowl we started with. And all right, now I'm going to make this mixture that's going to make up a good part of what this plate of food is and what this is as a meal. The fettuccine represents half of the food that we're serving with the tuna. Okay, so first I'm going to put some sliced cucumbers with half moons in there. And I'm going to put some green chopped scallions in there. And I'm going to put some peanuts in there. And I'm going to put some roasted red peppers in here. And I'm going to put some cilantro, chopped cilantro in here. And I'm going to put a little bit of fresh ground black pepper in here. Then I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here. Then I'm going to put a little bit of peanut sauce in here. This is the primary flavor that you're putting on this combination of ingredients that we're going to toss together here. And that is all of those. That's everything that's going in there, okay? Now, I'm going to toss this together. And what I have here is the plate that we're going to use to assemble this dish on, which is, I have some fresh baby spinach leaves on there. Just another thing to kind of make this whole dish kind of fun, okay? All right, now I'm going to take this mixture that I have, and I'm going to kind of pull the pasta out by itself first and set it right on here. And I'd say I got enough pasta there. And now in my bowl, on the bottom of this bowl, is all of the food. And I want to take the food and I want to put it on the top of the pasta. Okay? So that when you serve this to someone, they see all the food and it's not buried inside the pasta. Okay? 1 second. Okay, now we're going to cut the tuna and put it on this plate. So the trick is, how do you cut the tuna and get it on there? I'm going to cut what I think is about 6 pieces off of this tuna that look like that. And that should make up what I would consider to be a dinner. Cutting them on a slight angle here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's cut one more. See how nice and rare this is? Okay. Now we're going to push the tuna into the pasta so it doesn't slide around. We're going to make ourselves a little pinwheel of the tuna here. I'm thinking maybe 5's enough. This is a nicer piece. Let's put this piece here. All right, 5 is enough. I cut 6, but we're only going to use 5, okay? Next, I would say let's put some mango salad, which I showed you how to make in the black and blue tuna appetizer lesson. And we're going to put some Japanese seaweed on top, which I love. Okay. And we're going to put some garnishes around the sides of this very carefully. We're going to put a little bit of wasabi mayonnaise here. We're going to put a little bit of soy mustard sauce here, which we have a lesson for. We have a lesson for both of these in terms of how to make them. I'm going to put a little bit of sweet soy. We have a lesson for sweet soy also. And then I'm going to put some pickled ginger in the 4th position. See, I've got 1, 2, 3, kind of keeping this a little bit symmetrical in terms of the position of the stuff that's going with it, okay? And we're very close to this being done now. Now, I'm going to take some olive oil and put it on the tuna directly, nice and shiny. I'm going to put some more green scallions on the top of this dish. And then I'm going to put sprinkle it with a few more sesame seeds. And there you have it. This is a done deal. Here, just for fun, we'll put a couple more peanuts on there if you want. But this dish is guaranteed to satisfy. It's quasi-complicated. If you follow the way I made it here and you get everything set up, you can make this at your house for dinner in 5 minutes. Okay? There you have it. Black and blue tuna Japanoise a la John. Okay?